A tea caddy, probably made in Great Britain, circa 1790. Hepplewhite type tea caddy without any feet. And as you can see, it's inlaid with Prince of Wales feathers on the top with banding around the edge there. And on the bottom here, or on this side here, you also have Prince of Wales feathers. And kind of has a greenish tinge to it. It's a pretty nice little tea caddy. Of course, tea was very expensive in the 18th century to the mid-19th century, and then after the mid-19th century it became very cheap. Tea caddies were no longer needed. All tea caddies have locks of this period. Now, why I date that is the person I bought it from was a tea caddy expert, plus the Prince of Wales currently is Prince Charles in England. And back in this time, the Prince of Wales was next in line to King George III, who is the person we rebelled against during the Revolutionary War. And he had some mental issues, and he was going to be replaced. And of course, the Prince of Wales was next in line. So everybody, in anticipation of his rise to the throne, started to make all sorts of things out of the Prince of Wales feathers. Those are ostrich feathers. So women wore Prince of Wales hats. They wove this into tapestries and inlays until about 1790-ish, when King George got better and never left the throne. And everybody went, oops, let's stop doing this. So the style plus the Prince of Wales feathers. On the inside, you have two mahogany tops. They look different color, but they're really not. If you just reverse this, you can see it matches. It's just one was backwards. These are mahogany, handmade brass knobs. Just put these down. And there you get a look at the inside. And it's the outer coating there that you see mostly is zinc. But there is another, if you look closely, another coating of lead underneath it, and that's the original. And if I can even get the handmade screws. If I can even get that, I'm not sure I can. You can see, at least on the left one, a little bit better. The slots are way off. They're not in the center. They're all handmade, which is nice. Now when you look here, you see, I'll try to get the light a little more over here. You can see the escutcheon. There is no escutcheon. Many of these had escutcheons, but this one did not. As you can see, it's too narrow, even if there was a brass border around it. And why there's so much wear there is because the person that would put the key in, their finger, if I can get that, would turn the key like this, and the tips of their fingers would wear all along here. So that's kind of what you look for in antiques, is wear. Usability. And then on the bottom, usually there was some type of hemp bottom, and someone put that on here. It's reproduction, of course. The original is long gone. But that's the bottom. And I'm not sure what kind of wood this is. Looks like satinwood, but I'm not sure what satinwood really is. I'm not sure if anybody really does. But England was famous for making tea caddies out of satinwood, and I don't think anybody in America would care about the Prince of Wales at this time. So I truly believe that this is an English piece. And looking at these, these are all handmade. You could tell by feeling that they're planed. As you feel across like that, you can feel the grooves. They didn't finish it quite. And you can see that's mahogany, and then on the piece itself, here, that's all mahogany. This looks brass, but it's really steel. That's all mahogany here. So a nice little tea caddy. These are pretty expensive for a little box, but it's nice to have as a conversation piece at a time when tea was very, very important. And even though America has converted to coffee, England never did, and they currently love their tea. So thanks for watching.